So, what does a democratic republic look like when your vote can be diluted and your voice can be suppressed, all in the same week? Well, this Wednesday, the U.S. Supreme Court will hear arguments in a case out of Louisiana that could reshape how the Voting Rights Act works. A lower court had ruled that the state needed to draw a second majority black district because Louisiana has 6 congressional seats, and just one was drawn to give black voters, who make up nearly a third of the population, a fair chance to elect someone of their choice. Now the court is revisiting that ruling, and depending on how they decide, this could narrow how Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act protects against racial vote dilution nationwide. It's not just about one state. Section 2 is the last major piece of the Voting Rights Act still standing. It's what allows courts to intervene when racially polarized voting patterns result in maps that shut out entire communities. And meanwhile, outside Chicago, in Broadview, Illinois, another form of democratic expression is being tested. Protesters have been gathering outside an ICE processing facility as reports of new deportation sweeps circulate across the region. Things escalated this past week, and federal agents used tear gas and pepper ball projectiles. A pastor was struck, journalists were injured, at least one TV reporter was arrested and later released, and federal officials labeled some protesters as violent agitators. A federal judge has since issued a 14-day restraining order, blocking the use of force or riot control weapons against non-threatening protesters and journalists and clergy. It also requires federal agents to wear visible identification. Gasp. So what's happening in Broadview isn't just about a single protest. It's about the rights guaranteed by the First Amendment. I know you all like to get worked up about the Second Amendment, but the first one predominates for a reason. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and of peaceful assembly are now colliding with federal power in real time. And here's the connection. In one place, access to the ballot box is on the line, and in another, the right to protest government actions is under legal scrutiny. Both are being tested in the same week. These aren't separate issues. They reflect a deeper pattern, where official narratives expand and citizen power contracts. James Madison once warned Congress, "The censorial power is in the people over the government, and not in the government over the people." That's the core of any functioning democracy. And when the ability to vote and to protest are both threatened, the checks on government power begin to erode. If you care about conversations like this, I want to mention that I'm hosting a small Zoom salon on November 6th. It's a chance to connect with others wrestling with these very questions. Details are at the link here on screen. There are only 5 spots left at the time of this recording. Because this is what civic stress looks like. And so I'll leave you with this. If the government can decide who gets counted at the polls and who can speak in the streets, what's left to hold that government accountable? And how will you know when both of those rights need your attention at the same time?